wonderful people like you who have taken this role to create something good, something nice, a sense of service towards the society, which in itself is an amazing task. And I appreciate each one of you for that. What we were talking of is how the human being can contribute to society. Yeah? How can you contribute when you are your best self? How do you become your best self? That's what this whole thing is about. I'm Rajeshwari. I'm a theta healing practitioner and access bar facilitator. These are the two major modalities of therapy that I practice. So today I chose to speak on the topic of reactiveness versus response. Response is the key to a better life. Response is what makes the better you. You become the version of you that is ready, is present, and is able to handle everything that's on the face of you. Yeah? What is reactiveness? Yeah? Can I have you as a please tell me? Yeah? Here's a cue. When I hold it here, what are the colors and shape you can see? I can see red, white, okay, green, blue. Okay. When I bring it very close to your eyes, what's the color you can see? Red and green. That will create different. And bring it closer, it's just one side. Right? Yeah? This is one thing. Yeah? Let's just remember this. When I held this a little far, she could see the size and shape and all the colors of it. Yeah? As I brought it closer to her eyes, it was just very little, very less of it that she could see. Now, this is some shades, of course it's not color, but it has some tint. Just wear it and see. So what happens? Whatever is the tint, she's able to see. So, thank you. So the point I'm trying to make with this is, in life, any situation that comes up, when we are in that, suppose it's a heated argument, maybe you're at work and you have to deal with something that's in your face with this. You're just seeing that side of it, the red side, what she said. Yeah? Hope I'm clear? We just see one side of that situation that we are in. So, what we all do is react, mostly with anger. Frustration, you want to blame someone, create shame, you want to make someone else guilty because you are feeling all those emotions. You don't know what to do. It's in my face, right? So you can only respond when it is hard. The whole art of responding to something in life comes when you are able to distance yourself from the situation that you are in. Yeah? Why do we, and how do we do this distancing? Any idea, any inputs? See, we all give suggestions to everyone. Hey, you should have done this, you should have done that, that would have been a better response, you should have told them to take the action. Why do we do that? Because when someone is in a trouble, we are like this. They are there. We are like this. But can we do this for ourselves? Like if I am in the situation, yet I can put myself away and see what exactly is this happening in my life. Is that even possible? Possible. Mind. Yeah. So what we do when we are faced with a situation is we make our guards up. What is guards up? Is okay. Now if someone comes and shouts at me, I'm like, I am not wrong. I did whatever I could do. You know, this is the best thing I could do. I just had one bottle of water, so I gave it to one person. So you start defending. When you start defending, you start building your walls up. When your walls up, you are like this, wearing your glasses. As in, if this was a red colored glass, you could only see red through that. If it was a green color, you could only see green. So So the point I'm trying to make here is, every time we come across situations in life, we build up walls around ourselves and say, oh, these people are like this only, men are like this only, women from this area are like this, children are like this. So we make those opinions. The moment we have any kind of fixed points of views, they get embedded in our subconscious and they become walls which surround us, and they don't allow us to think beyond that. So, what happens is, in life, you can operate best when there are no walls. But all of us were born with walls. We grew up seeing people who have walls. We have picked up all the stuff from everyone. We experience it in our surroundings. Yeah? So it's all built in our subconscious. So we need some tool which can help us to reduce these walls. Lower the walls, open up, and be actually present. What is actually present? Who can be actually present? One who is not afraid. One who is not trying to defend. One who is not trying to blame. One who has no agenda. One who is open to listen, and one who knows he or she can present themselves. All of this will happen when you have your walls down, when you are open and present in the moment. For that to happen, now what happens? I told you about the walls, right? These are the triggers that we have. Like, see, we all go through a lot of experiences in life. So every time we build in those walls, those are like memory switches, pain memory switches. They are all present in every one of us. And any time we come across similar situation, that switch is on. And then you are reacting, blasts. Yeah? So which, if you want to avoid, you have to learn and use therapies to allow yourself to heal these points of pain. There are these 32 points on your head related to different thoughts and emotions. Like there's a point for healing, there's a point for kindness and gratitude, there's a point related to power, there's a point related to control. These are all different thoughts and emotions which we all go through and we all experience them. Now, what happens is, when we run the bars, that is, we touch different points on the head. When I touch similar, both these points are available on both the sides of the head. When I touch these points, there is a kind of an electric circuit that gets formed, and whatever is the excess intensity of emotion along with that thought point, it gets released. So what happens is, probably if you would have had a fight with someone, you will remember the fight, but the intensity, that thing will go away. Yeah? So what happens is, when that intensity goes away, the situation goes far. You are able to look at it from far and think, oh, why did that person react like this? What else I could have done? Should I have just kept quiet? You start thinking all these things, right? So these therapies, it could be any one of them. Basically, every therapy relating to energy, and especially access bars, what it does is, all these fixed points of views that we have regarding anything in life, and which we have picked up from millions of our lifetimes, from past life, from genetic memory, from our ancestors, from our surroundings. It could be just from anywhere. Even in, like, for example, you go to a professional place, there you are exposed to a lot of thought points. Because our brain works like a cell phone. Yeah? It keeps on catching more and more points of views. Like, for example, all you need is one negative thought, and then you will have 100 more. So, 99% of all the thoughts that you have in your mind all the time are picked up points of views, not even yours. So that is when the regular affirmation or psychological positive thinking change doesn't work. because you are doing it from outside. That's from your 10% conscious mind. But your subconscious already has all these triggers. And every time you are saying, I'm a good person, the subconscious says, you went through so many things. How can you become a good person? You have to take the revenge for all the bad things that happened to you. Yeah? So your subconscious needs to heal that, heal those triggers. For that, these processes are helpful. So every time we run a bars process, when we do the touching of 32 points, the therapy process takes about 60 to 90 minutes every session. At least 30,000 to 1,50,000 points of views get cleared in every single session of access bars. It depends on how ready you are for change. The process is going to help you, but the brain is wired in such a way that we are all somehow resisting change, because change per se is not very comfortable for the mind. Anything new is considered as a threat. So, at least 30,000 will work. That's a good part of access bars. So, every time you clear that much, one thing you will feel is light, relaxed. You will tap into a light semi-sleep kind of state, which is known as a theta brainwave state. It's like a fluid state of mind where at that time or after that session, if you start the positive affirmations, they will enter your mind. That's how it is. That is the advantage of this. So what you would achieve after 2-3 months of psychological counseling or after 6 months of meditation, you can expect in 1 or 2 sessions of exercise. That's the reason I started practicing this, using this, because we all say we want change, we want to create change, and then it all comes back to if you want change, you have to change. So if you have to change, you better have something working so fast that you really get results in this life, not some other lifetime. So I learned the access bars therapy, and that I have been using for self and for my clients and helping them to get marvelous results. So can we do a small demo now? Yes. Yes. Who would like to volunteer? Maybe you can have 3 of them. Yeah, please come. So when we touch these points, the circuit between the fingers is formed, and it helps one to release all the intensity related to different thoughts and emotions with those points. What this does is, you get into a theta brainwave state, which is like a meditative state, where your mind and body are aligned and you are willing to let go, forgive. Now the advantage of this process comes from the fact that if you sit for meditation for half an hour or 1 hour, you are able to be in a meditative state for hardly 2 minutes or 5 minutes at max. But here, you are in that state for at least half an hour, because the process is designed to do that. These points, when activated, put the person in an extremely relaxed, semi-sleep, open to suggestion space, which is where all change happens. We are usually in this state just as soon as we wake up in the morning and just before we go to bed at night. That is the whole reason if somebody uses affirmations or any positive change statements, you are told to use them just before you go to bed and as soon as you wake up in the morning. So this therapy will help you to achieve that state through the day, whenever you want. So you can either learn this and use for yourself, or you can receive these sessions and see how much of change you can create from this. Because all conflict happens because of the difficult states of mind that people are going through. And if they are able to calm down and relax, they will be able to think better, they'll be different. And then we can all come up with different kinds of solutions. We don't know how and what, but we know we will come up with something. Thank you. I only did one step. Okay. So, did you all, any of you, try the exercise that I told? Did you feel something? Visualization? Both of you, maybe? Yes?
Yeah, it was
What was your experience when you did the
feeling
bars?
sensation at the ground.
Okay. And when you were doing these bars?
Here I did not feel. Here, yes.
Yeah. Some kind of a buzz.
Yes, yes.
That's
Yeah,
so yeah.
here I could sense that
Pulling energy, right? Yeah. So the whole reason of getting you to do that energetic flow is to open up your energies. And the advantage of this process is, even when a person is doing the session, he or she can receive the benefit of the change. Because Access believes in oneness. Like we are all one energy, contributing to each other. So when you become a practitioner or a therapist of Access bars, every time you do a session, you tend to receive as well. That is the advantage. And making change becomes very easy because the whole of life is creation of your mind. If you can get your mind to the place that you want it to, you can get things working your way. But the whole challenge is to get your mind here. Yeah? Mind is always wandering. Now I'll say America, we're all in Disneyland. Now I'll say cool, we're all in Disneyland. The capacity of the mind is such that in an instance you can be anywhere you want. But is that what I want? So when I, as a soul or an energy, want to create something, I need my mind here, my body is already here. But then if my mind is not here, it's going around somewhere, only body is lifeless. So when we bring them both together and both are calm, when we do the energy flows, there's a whole lot of calming energy. So then we make ourselves present and then we stop all the blame game and have a good life. We respond to life. I think with that I'll take leave. Thank you everyone.